Hello everybody, my name is Dodie. Welcome to Dodie's Digits. Hella Handmade Creations got some beautiful polishes this month, and I went through and I tried my hand at duping some of these polishes. Some of these are some favorite polishes that I really liked and I would like to get if I could start my collection all over again. And some of them are ones that they're a little outside of my comfort zone, but I thought I'd try them because if I could dupe the color, maybe I could see if I like it on my skin tone or not. And might be something I'd pick up down the road, or I might decide to shop today. I am going to share with you my favorites and share with you the ones that weren't quite so favorite. And we're going to also look at my dupe attempts. I don't think they were that great this month, just giving you a little heads up. But anyway, the shop is open now. If you find anything that is beautiful and you want to shop, I want to be very mindful of what polishes I purchase. I have a very saturated collection of polishes, and a polish would have to be super, super wow in order for it to come home with me. It might be something I already have. It may be something that's better than what I have, but I try to skip though, not because these polishes aren't beautiful. It's because I got a lot. Hella Handmade Creations is open right now through November 21st at 11:59 p.m. Hawaiian time. If you're not familiar with Hella Handmade Creations, check out the About page on hellahandmadecreations.com for more information about shopping. Let's get into it. The first polish I wanted to try to dupe is Clionadh Cosmetics Anglerfish. Anglerfish has an ocean depths black jelly base lit up with silver to aqua shifting flakes and sparks of rainbow iridescent glitter. This is one of my favorite polishes being offered this month. To dupe this polish, I wanted to use a dark gray base. I thought a dark gray base would not look too flat in the background. Then I'm going to take ILMP Spotlight and put that on top of the gray base. I wanted the Spotlight to have bigger flakes than it does, but I think the flakes in Spotlight is very close to what is in Clionadh. I am taking Kiara Sky Iceberg, which are iridescent tiny little glitters, and I'm going to place one coat over that. Now, Iceberg is very, very dense, so this glitter is a little bit too much and not as delicate of an application. I'm going to take Cirque Colors Black Jelly, NSFW jelly, and place that on top. Now I'm going to apply this black jelly to give it some depth like the polish, like Clionadh's polish has. I was hoping the black jelly would go darker, but it didn't, and I realized I couldn't get it that dark. So I'm going to do I'm just doing a quick dry black base coat. I'm going to start with Iceberg because Iceberg seemed to obscure the flakes when I applied it second. And now I'm going to apply ILMP Spotlight. Now, I don't really like the black base. It doesn't give that jelly look. You know, it's not deep. So now I'm going to do NSFW jelly and apply that on top. This jelly never gets black, so I don't really have a really good dark pigmented jelly. So I had another idea. I'm going to take this dark gray that I have, and I'm going to put two coats down so it'll be darker. I'm going to do Spotlight, and I'm just going to leave Iceberg alone. I'm not going to even mess with Iceberg. And then I'm going to do NSFW jelly. I'm getting closer to the depth of color. I was hoping I could dupe this one. I think I could if I did lots of layers of jelly polish. So I'm happy with what I attempted. I need to thin out my Iceberg so I can get a sheer wash of glitter. I think this looks pretty good, so I am not going to purchase Clionadh Cosmetics. This did soothe that urge to buy. The next polish that I fell in love with during this month's offering is the Flame Keeper by Cuticula. It is a metallic orange with multi-chrome shimmer, orange metallic shreds, and hollow flakes. I fell in love with the color, the burnt orange color, the metallic look of it, and the flakes. I don't have a polish like this, but I think I can come really close. But after doing this, I think I need to get me some orange. I need to get me some orange metallic flakes. So for my dupe attempt, I am starting with Cracked Polish Granny Walk. I have one coat on my swatch wheel, and that is one coat. I am taking Great Lakes Lacquer, the Favorite Cousin Discount. I'm going to apply a coat of that on there. Looking back at my footage, I dismissed trying gold flakes and bronze flakes. I didn't have any large ones, and I should have tried those. I'm taking crystalline diamond and putting a coat of that on top because this does have hollow flakes in it. If I'd done my metallic flakes and then this red jelly on top, it would have tinted them. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, I'm going to apply the red jelly on top to try to get closer to that burnt orange color. The only thing is the red jelly does take away the metallic feel of the polish. It gives it a different feel. So now I need to think about getting this polish, or maybe just getting me a metallic burnt orange polish. I'm going to do it again though. I'm going to take Granny Walk, and then I'm going to take Lurid Lacquer on the prow, because this one's more metallic, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to use a red jelly on top. And I would keep that metallic feel of Cuticula. I'm going to do Favorite Cousin Discount. At this point, I wish I had some orange metallic flakes. And I think I'm going to get me some if I can find me some. I'm going to take Cirque Colors Lucky Jelly and put that on top because the color of the flakes didn't match. And I was hoping the lurid metallic shine would come through. It kind of did, but it's not a dupe. That polish that Cuticula is offering is gorgeous. I reluctantly decided to skip this polish. I have some beautiful metallic polishes that are in the orange family in my collection, so I didn't need it. Cracked Polish Murky Intentions has a murky green base with plum shimmers. This polish was not in my wish list. I am not drawn to this shade of polish, which is one of the reasons why I tried to dupe this polish. I wanted to see if this polish looked good against my skin tone and if I can get behind it. I know Purple colors are in, and yeah, I want to see. I pulled out Cracked Polish Mustard, and I did 2 coats on my swatch wheel. This is a very, very murky green to my eye color. I have Cupcake Polish Heart of Iceland. This is a very sheer polish that I put on my topper's rack. I think this is very close as far as the shades go. The depth of color, no, because Cracked Polish looks a little deeper. I also have Zodiac by LA Colors, which is one I picked up at Dollar General. I wanted to see if this would work too. It's not as dense, the particle sizes are a little bit larger, but I think both are in the same color family. I didn't dupe this polish, but I think I duped really close to the color, so I can do a vibe check to see if it looks good on me. And I actually like this. I actually tried it on a little palette to see if I can darken it up, and I couldn't. But see, on my nail it looks darker. I think that looks good. I'm not going to get this polish, but I'm glad that I tried something outside of my comfort zone. Cracked Polish Charity Polish is Caribbean Courage. It's black with pink shimmers. I did not put this one on my wish list either because it seemed very simple and it seemed like something I could dupe. Well, let's go look at that. I'm starting out with a black cream polish on my swatch wheel. And I'm pulling out Heart of Iceland. This one has that pink shimmer. I don't have a plum or pink shimmer, so this is the polishes that I have that I can try. That is too dense. So I was like, well, I know this one's going to work. Zodiac by LA Colors. That didn't work either. Man, I could not dupe this polish. I love how the shimmer is so subtle in there. So I'm using Not Safe for Work jelly, a black jelly from Cirque. I'm going to put a coat over that to see if I can just tone down the shimmer a little bit. That didn't work. I need something that it needs to be blended in with the polish, you know, and not sitting on top. So that's the beauty of getting a black like this with pink shimmers. It's unique. You can't really dupe it. It would be very difficult to dupe unless you have a very sheer topper. I could probably shear out the polishes that I used with some base coat or a top coat on a palette and then brush it on there. And that's just too much work though. So that's beautiful. I'm not going to get it though, because I mean, it's not a wow polish for me, and I'm not going to get it. Cuticula Lilac Dreams has a lilac base full of micro orange, gold, green shifting flakes, cherry holographic glitters, and small metallic fuchsia flakes. This polish was not on my wish list. This shade of polish is one that is not my favorite, so I didn't even think about duping it. When I was going through my drawers to pull out polishes to dupe other polishes, I saw a couple Wildflower Lacquers, and something just hit my brain saying, try duping the Cuticula. I was like, okay, I'll use these two. I think these two will work together. One of them is a polish I don't like, and the other one is one I like. So, well, maybe I can make it work. Let's go see if I did. Wildflower Lacquer, which is now Royally, Cuddle Up and Cozy Down. This is from the Hard Candy Christmas. It was a mystery polish that I got, and it really made me sad because I didn't like that color. Wildflower Lacquer Royally Fairy Bells. I purchased this one. I love this one. So I put down 2 coats of the first polish, and then I did a coat of the Fairy Bells on top. When I saw the first shade, I was like, that is Cuticula. It looks very close. Now, you guys, I wanted to get a little closer to Cuticula, so I took some base coat, and I took some red holographic glitter, some little micro glitter that I have, and I'm going to make me a little topper. You might think this is cheating. I don't think it is. I don't mind doing this step, so I can do this. You don't have to do this. You can disqualify this from the dupe attempt. I don't care. So I'm going to put my little bit of glitter topper on top. And you know, I think I'm getting really close to the Cuticula. And I'm really like, I can't believe it because I don't like this polish. Well, I didn't like this polish, but now that it's on the swatch wheel and I looked at it in all the different lighting, this is a beautiful polish. And I have it in my drawers to dupe, which is 3 components. Okay, it's not quite the same, but to me it's close. And this is the reason why I like to dupe. I'm not going to buy that polish, but now I can, you know, explore this color. Elbe Nail Polish Jazz has a black base with silver reflective glitter and galaxy hollow glitter. I knew I could dupe this one. You can dupe this one with 2 types of glitter, 1 type of glitter, but I still think you need a black jelly to go over it so it gives you that depth of color. So let's go look at my dupe. The black jelly polish that I have will not build up, so I'm starting off with a black cream polish on my swatch nail. I'm going to use Holo Taco Reflective Taco. I'm going to do 1 coat on the swatch nail. And I'm also going to do 1 coat of Holo Taco Scattered Holo Taco. Both of these top coats are great to have in your arsenal because they are very scattered. They allow the polish to come through. They don't block the color. And I love having both of these. As you can see, I have fill lines on both. I did thin both of them out so I can get a shearer application because they used to be shearer. I thought I was done, but I didn't have the depth of the color that Jazz has. So I'm going to do Not Safe for Work jelly on top of the swatch. And that does bring me closer to the look of Jazz. I decided that I didn't need to buy this polish. It wasn't in my wish list. I just knew it would be easy to do. Hula Moon 1964 Metallic Green Buick Skylark is a metallic green illuminated by a soft green aurora and scattered with holographic sparkles. I decided to do this polish because it's not one that I would normally get, and I knew it'd be a challenge. I don't have a lot of green aurora, so I thought I would try some polishes I have to see if I can get close to this color. I'm starting my dupe with Color Club's Baywatch because this polish has a little bit of yellow undertones, and this is the lightest yellow I have. I probably should have put a white top coat on there in hindsight. I pulled out Glass Frog because it has a green glow. I'm going to place this polish on top, and I realized it was not going to get me to the green shift that I see in Hula Moon. So I'm going to do 2 coats. I probably need more, but I'm going to stop at 2 because I don't think I could achieve it. And then I'm applying a micro holographic topper that I have in my collection. This one was a little silvery, so I went ahead and repeated the yellow and the 2 coats of Glass Frog. And then I'm going to try Kiara Sky Iceberg on top because this one is a sheer iridescent topper that will, I think it will allow the color to come through more and not have, it won't look speckled. So I have to be careful with silver holographic toppers because it will give a speckled look over lighter colors. I think iridescent toppers look the best over light color polishes. I didn't dupe this one. I really didn't like this polish color, but I wanted to see if maybe I could dupe it and then see if I might like the color. Gin and Berries, You're Gonna Be Fine has a pale teal base with small green aqua blue purple flakes and blue holographic micro glitter. I love this polish. I would get this polish if I didn't have some colors already in my collection. I did reconsider this polish because it has those little tiny little flakies there that I don't have, so I'm not going to be able to dupe it, but I'm going to try to dupe the color vibe. I have 1 coat of a bright aqua cream polish I have in my collection. I'm using Garden Path Lacquers, The World's a Little Blurry. It has tiny little blue micro holographic glitters. Now they're tinier than what Gin and Berries has in hers. So I'm not going to get a dupe, but I'm going to get a color that's really close. I think with the aqua as the background, I think I'm getting really close to duping the color. I should have made a little concoction of a top coat with blue holographic micro glitters just to see if I could get it closer. I think I'm going to do that later though. So I'm going to skip this polish as I think I came really close to getting the vibe, even though I couldn't dupe it. But I love those little tiny flakes that's in the polish. Naps and Nails, Winter is Coming is a thermal magnetic polish that has a warm state of clearish blue-gray to teal with cold with a silver magnetic pull. If there was one polish that I had to get and you made me get, it would be this one. This one is just so unique, it's so pretty. This one has me very, very tempted to buy. And I might end up buying. I was hoping it would sell out while I was thinking about it, but it didn't, and here we are. So I need to sell it out before I change my mind. That's all I can say. I'm starting with the bright aqua cream polish on my swatch nail, and then I'm going to take KB Shimmer, my magnetic topper, Love It Frost Sight, and I'm going to place that on top and magnetize it in a cat eye effect. I don't have a jelly, I don't have thermals. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm hesitating is because it is a thermal and I'm not going to wear a polish fast enough to enjoy it in its thermal state, and I don't want to commit to wearing one polish over and over again before it dies. But I like both states, so if it did die, I would like it. So I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. But it is a beautiful polish, and I love, love it. But I'm not going to get it. I'm not. Garden Path Lacquers Fill Your Eyes with Beauty has an ultramarine blue base filled with own tone royal blue microglitter and bright blue aqua shifting aurora shimmer. I have Garden Path Lacquers The World's a Little Blurry, and I thought over a really bright blue base, I bet you that's this polish since it has tiny little micro glitters in it. So I thought I'd try it. This polish wasn't on my wish list because I have a lot of beautiful blues in my collection, and this one's not drastically different than what I have. But I want to see if I can make the garden path I have come to life with some blue under it. I'm starting with the bright blue cream polish on my swatch nail, and then I'm going to do Garden Path Lacquers of The World's a Little Blurry, and then I'm going to paint that onto my swatch nail. As I'm painting it on my swatch nail, I noticed that it's got a lot of aqua shift in there, so I am not duping it at this point. I realized I need some blue, so I'm going to take cobalt jelly and I'm going to do a layer over the top of that. No, that one didn't work. Not like I thought it would. But look at that. Ooh, that's pretty all by itself, even if it didn't dupe anything. So I really like this combination. But yeah, definitely not a dupe. But look how stunning that is. Moonshine Mayonnaise Saphira is a vivid cerulean jelly packed with aqua sapphire green iridescent flakies and a mix of blue hollow and iridescent micro glitters. I don't think I can dupe this polish. It's just so many components in this polish. Everything's just thrown in there, and that's going to be so many layers. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get the spirit of this polish. So let's see if I did. And this is a favorite. This is a favorite one. This one was in my wish list, and if I shop, I might get it, but I'm going to try my best not to shop. There's there's a cap, so it can sell out. That's what I'm hoping for. Sell out, sell out, sell out. I'm starting with a bright blue cream as a base layer on my swatch nail, and then I'm going to go in with Cuticula Frozen Memories. This is not the same color, but I plan on using a cobalt jelly so that it will tint those flakes blue. But those are some glass flakes in there, I think. I don't have a blue glitter, not as a topper, so I'm just going to use Stroke of Brilliance because it's a very metallic-y glitter, and I think it would just add more sparkle when I put the blue over it. I'm going to take Chiara Sky and Iceberg. This polish is getting a lot of layers on it. I'm going to kind of dab a little bit of that polish on there. I'm going to let that dry a bit. And then I'm going to go in with Cobalt Jelly by Cirque. And I'm hoping this Cobalt Jelly will tint everything blue to bring it close to the Moonshine Mani polish. I probably could do a second layer of Cobalt Jelly, but that's a lot on the swatch nail. That's more layers than I really want to go to. After doing the dupe, I realized I could just do the blue, the flaky, a glitter, and then another layer of blue. And I think I can get really, really close. So I'm gonna skip it. Sassy Pants Polish Music Row Merlot is a deep, rich wine tone with holographic micro glitter sparkle. I knew I could dupe this one. This was not on my wish list, but I wanted to see what a wine metallic polish that I have in my collection look like with micro holographic glitter on top. So that inspired me to put those two together. I'm starting with OPI Raisin Your Voice. I'm doing one coat on my swatch nail. This is a very good metallic wine color. I'm going to do Hollow Taco, Scattered Hollow Taco as the top coat. I'm just going to, if you notice, I thinned it so it's a little more sheer. So that's all you need to do for this polish. After looking at my swatch footage, I realized I should have placed a red jelly on top because the holographic glitter just sits on top. It's kind of flat. It's not dimensional. If it was part of the polish, it would look a lot better. And I think that's what the red jelly topper would do. It would blend it together. Nailed It has an encore polish called Hangry Mode, a deep violet jelly base packed with red gold UCC flakies. I have a purple jelly base and I have those red gold UCC flakies. I was able to dupe a similar polish from another, I think PPU offering. So I'm going to put that swatch footage in here as well. I didn't want to get another swatch wheel, so I just painted that purple polish onto the swatch wheel there in the middle. ILMP Glory is those UCC flakies. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like on top. I'm going to show the footage from PPU. It's the same base color and the same flakies. So I'm just going to show that being put on the swatch wheel that I did before. Polished Prismatic Shard, sheer violet base packed with a rainbow of iridescent flakes. I have iridescent flakes, but I don't have a violet jelly to duplicate this polish. So I thought I want to just, before I closed up shop, just kind of test a little swatch of what this would look like over purple. On my swatch wheel, I'm taking a bright fuchsia cream, and then I'm going to place Holo Taco's Everything Taco and a polish I have from Royally, formerly Wildflower Lacquer. It's hard to be a diamond in a rhinestone world. The Royally polish is very opaque, so I think that one would work better, but it has more of a gold flip to it. The Holo Taco one is closer to what I need for polish. It's just it doesn't have that many flakes. It would probably have to be sponged on to get close to the effect. Here you can see that the Royally, the Wildflower Lacquer polish, is very, very dense. I'm going to take cobalt jelly and put on top, and I did think about it before I did it because the cobalt jelly will transform that fuchsia underneath it to more of a plummy violet color. If I had a purple jelly, I would sandwich that around the iridescent flakies, and I think it would have been a dupe. Here's the polish I wasn't able to dupe. I didn't have the components. Night Owl Lacquer, Oh That's Nasty. It's a dusty mint crelly filled with multi-chrome flakes that shift silvery, pink, and green. I think what's drawing me into this polish is the silvery, pink, and green flakes that are in it. I know I spent about 30 minutes or so trying to find those flakes to see if I can just get me a little jar of them or find a topper that has them. So that's what I really want. I want the flakes that are in this polish. But I do love how it's composed too. It is so, so pretty. But I don't know if it's pretty enough for me to get it. But it is probably one of my top 5 that's being offered this month in Hella Handmade Creations. In my wish list, I had Cloris de Carol, the Flame Keeper. And that was the one that I considered getting. But I think I can come across a metallic orange polish and then just get some flakies at some point in time. So it's not something I need immediately. Naps and Nails, Winter is Coming. I don't want to take that one out of my wish list, but I think I'll be okay without it. Night Owl Lacquer, Oh That's Nasty. Again, I want those flakes. If you guys know where I can get those flakes, let me know. Moonshine Manny Saphira. I can think with some layers, I can really come close to getting this polish with the polishes I have, but it is hard to pass on. So it looks like I'm going to be skipping this month's Hella Handmade Creations, which is good because I want to buy some Black Friday sales that's coming up. But these polishes are just so, 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 so pretty this month, and it was hard to pass them. So are you guys shopping Hella Handmade Creations this month? I would urge you to go and pull out your polishes and try to dupe some of these, even if you're not shopping, because it's so fun and it's so addicting. Well, it is for me. And it's such a great way to get my hands on my polishes, to discover polishes that I didn't love and how I can recreate them to make them something better. Just like the wildflower lacquer polish I did that I got as a mystery polish that I didn't like, but with layers on it, just 2 more things, it is now a very, very beautiful, I can use it to make a beautiful polish that I would love to wear. And that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a happy, happy, happy week. Bye.